Great Unstoppable Ovade Student Union. Great Unrestricted Ovade Student Union. Great Bubu. Great Baba. Great Po. Here is a brief speech presented by the Lady President of Ovade Student Union. I, Prophet Benjamin, on the 14th annual anniversary celebration of Ovade Student Union on today, 1st January 2026. Good day, Mr. Chairman, Body Chair Lady, special guests of honor, invited students from respective unions, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all with great pleasure to this annual and important ceremony of this August occasion. It is an absolute necessity that people should come together to interact and display each of their academic abilities, socially at least once in a year. This will help to bring good relationship and great peaceful atmosphere for coexistence among us. At this point in time, I wish to lodge an appeal to parents that education is the best inheritance or gift they should give to their children. Education is a right to every individual, which our parents need to give to their children because education provides power, enlightenment, self-esteem, and empowerment. Female education in Nigeria society. Who is a female? According to the Advanced Oxford Dictionary, female is any sex that can lay eggs or give birth to babies. On the other hand, education is a process of teaching, training, and learning, especially in school or colleges, to improve knowledge and develop skills. Female in Nigeria have a basic human right to be educated, and this right has been recognized in the 1948 adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR. According to a report in 2014, female education has an important impact on the development of a stable, prosperous, and healthy nation state, resulting in active, productive, and empowered citizens. Educating girls develop growth rate, encourages independence of the girl child, and reduces society disparities. In 2009, the Nigerian Population Council (NPC) observed that women with higher education qualifications are more likely to be in formal wage employment than those at the low level of primary school education. Girls account for 60% of Nigeria's 10 million out-of-school children, facing barriers such as child marriage, poverty, and discriminatory social norms. In Nigeria, 30% of girls aged 9 to 12 have never been to school at all. In Nigerian society today, some people ignorantly have seen female education as a waste of time, energy, scarce resources, and even an abomination because a female child will abandon the name of her biological father by bearing the name of her husband upon her getting married. Because of this erroneous belief, some parents decided not to educate their children, their female children, while others women in literacy see female as chattel. Importance of female education in Nigeria. The education of a girl child is of immense benefits to the individual, her family, community, and the country at large. Educating the girl child presents her with the necessary skills and information to improve her capabilities and thus serve as a catalyst for sustainable development. A significant function of education of the girls in Nigeria is that it offers her the opportunity to chart her destiny with the skills and information she acquired. From basic education up to tertiary education, the girl child is provided with diverse basic knowledge and skills, and which contributes to a national development. An educated girl child grows into a literate woman who has a greater chance of breaking the cycle of poverty, being more productive, and boosting the standard of living for herself, her children and family, as well as the society at large. Education offers the girl child the necessary skills and information needed to excel in the chosen career path. Hence, a girl who is educated can grow to become a teacher, architect, doctor, computer scientist, lawyer, engineer, and pharmacist, among long list of others. Even if educated, brings good luck to the families and the entire communities at large. There are numerous examples of females who have succeeded in life due to education. Lauren Wamba was the first female author in Nigeria. Shima Ajuwa was the first Nigerian professor. Grace Alele Williams was the first female vice chancellor of Unibe. Mrs. Olufunmilayo Ransome Kuti was the first female to drive a motor car in Nigeria, to mention a few. There are all females of history and nobility whose legacy passes on from generation to generation. Supposing all these notable females were not educated by their parents, they would not have become useful persons in life. I want to use this video to correct the wrong impression that female education is not a waste of time. Rather, it is an indispensable asset in Important to say that female education helps to reduce child marriage. In some parts of this country, so particularly the northern part of Nigeria, young girls are usually married off as young children, as young as 9 years in some cases. More often than not, this usually leads to the girl stopping an education, and the lack of education impacts negatively on the girl as she grows up. As she grows up to become an illiterate young mother that lacks needed skills to be a better parent, worker, and citizen. This is exemplified by the kind of hoodlums giving birth to in that part of the country, such as Boko Haram, bandits, criminal herdsmen, rapists, criminals, murderers, and insurgents, etc. The benefits of their child education cannot be exhausted in this paper. In addition to the above listed benefits of their child education and the underlisted benefits to it. 1. Aids in controlling population explosion. 2. Increase female participation in politics. 3. Increase productivity at work. 4. Reduces infant mortality rates. 5. Contribution to the education of a nation. Problems affecting the union. 1. Lukewarm attitude, which some of the students uphold. They see the union as no man's business. If you like, you do, which is very bad. 2. Some of the students have formed the ugly attitude of keeping enmity among themselves, which results to lack of participation of majority students in the union. 3. Some of the students discriminate one another. 4. Some parents deprive their children from joining the student union because they do not see any reason why their children should interact with one another, since it is a means play or perhaps meant to sugar. Possible solution to the problems facing the union. 1. Students should shun lukewarm attitude towards unionism and embrace maximum participation. 2. Parents should encourage their children to join the union without restriction. 3. Students should shun discrimination and embrace love, irrespective of who we are or where we come from. Conclusively, we the entire students of Ovade Student Union hereby express our profound gratitude and sincere appreciation to God Almighty for making this day come true, and to every one of you for your physical presence, love, prayers, and support in making this 14th annual anniversary celebration of Ovade Student Union a huge success. I especially thank Mr. Atao Evans and everybody present here today. I thank all the students from various student unions. They God Almighty in this infinite basis. Guide and protect you all as you travel back to your various destinations. Amen. It is often said that appreciation is appreciation for more. I wish to honestly thank all our chairmen and chairladies for honoring our invitation. Not forgetting also to thank each and everyone who brings this wonderful celebration with us. Finally, I wish to sincerely thank my family, and most especially, I would like to especially thank my
God bless you, sir.
Once again, finally, I wish to thank all my siblings for the love, care, support, and financial support. Once again, I say thank you to each and every one of you for coming. Safe journey as you all journey home. Happy New Year.
Telling you that female education, men are clear the arena. Men are clear the arena. On my birthday, I she buy me shirt and jeans. I said, God bless you. All right. Right now, we want to call on the big masquerade. The reason why we are here, before I call on the big masquerade,
Yes.
You guys are welcome. I arrange shirts for them. I bring shirts for them. Amakashe. What do you take end down now like we were? I like what you take end down where. But if that one out there, you don't want to follow. If that one out there, you don't want to follow. They can come and do that. I love what you take end down. Thank you, sir. Yeah, the digital no too. And I'm just going to already for couple. Yeah, come on. DJ, why you dey see am so?
Great Ovade Student Union, Unstoppable Ovade Student Union, Unmovable Ovade Student Union. Welcome address delivered by the 40th President of Ovade Student Union, EXCELLENCY Joshua, on the 40th anniversary celebration on today, 1st January 2026. Good day, Mr. Sherman. Worthy ladies, President of the day, Governor of the day, Commissioner of the day, Father and Mother of the day, Council of Elders here present, Council of Women here present, Community Youth here present, invited students from respective union present, ex-president, my fellow students, gentlemen of the press, and others protocols duly observed. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great honor. It is indeed a great honor, great privilege, and life opportunity to stand before you all these days to address the memorable gathering of highly intellectuals from all walks of life. I am Master Lucky Joshua, a Nigerian citizen by birth, a native of Ovade community, Ethiopia West local government, Delta State, a graduate of Ijere Primary School, Jeseta. That be said, in line with our practice and custom, and for benefit of those attending this great, noble and respectable union for all very first time, I wish to, on behalf of my executive and the lovely people of Ovade community who attending welcome each and every one of you to Ovade Student Union 40th anniversary celebration today. Furthermore, it is important to state that Ovade Student Union, since its inception, is not a mere social gathering, but it is remarkable event of academic and intellectuals. This union is well founded and built upon the philosophy, ideology, and objectives of promoting the education and development of good people of Ovade and beyond. The point being made is that the goal of Ovade Student Union, which is being celebrated today, is to promote education, foster peace and unity, and bring development to the community, and by extension Delta State and Nigeria as a whole. Because of the above, aims and objective of Ovade Student Union, the students and consistently over the 8th year of annual celebration took it upon themselves in passionately beginning our parents and the students are like to give education a chance and prioritize education more than anything. In this vein, we start to say that very essence and importance of education cannot be overemphasized, and some parents and students ignorantly do. It is good habit to say that education is a scam. If education is a scam, track ignorance. It is safe to say that education is right of every Nigerian citizen as encapsulated in section 18, 123 A and B. 1. Government shall direct its policy towards ensuring that there are equal and adequate educational opportunity at all levels. 2. Government shall promote science and technology. Great Ovade Student Union. Great unmovable Ovade Student Union. Great untouchable Ovade Student Union. Great unbeatable Ovade Student Union. Theory government shall strive to eradicate illiteracy, and to this end government shall and when practicable provide a free compulsory and universal free primary education, free university education, and free adult literacy program. The above enumeration are called the educational objective of the government, and it is in this spirit late Chief Obafemi Awolowo introduced free education in the 50s in the old western regions of Nigeria. Since their government on their part have tried to ensure that Nigerian citizens are educated. Though education is not free, but it was affordable until recently we are in the high cost of school fees in almost beyond the reach of the poor man in the society. The high cost of living and education then compare us to their ask. Is education still our right? It is important to state that government as an institution has not faithfully discharged their educational objectives religiously to our citizens. Nevertheless, our Nigerian government have tried as stated earlier in many respects that deserve commendation. Mr. Chairman, sir, it is important to state clearly that unlike the primordial society where little or no attention was given to education because of sheer ignorance of our forefathers, the reverse is the case of we are living in computerized world, and we are living in global village, which is the passage of time. Only the elect, educated, and computer literate will survive. Using the invention of artificial literacy, AI as an example, we dare to ask, in the face of wide acceptance of AI all over the world, what will be the fate of the uneducated people? The answer is not far-fetched as the illiterate people in the society. We suffer humiliation, marginalization, oppression and suppression, injustice, cheating, inhuman treatment from the literate ones in the society. It is worthy of note that the 21st century is no doubt characterized by amazing technology, advancement, information and communication technology. ICT, the use of smartphone, laptop, computers, AI, and the use of the internet and the different ways of learning which only the literate minds in our society can fit in and benefit from. Gone are the days where education is restricted to physical presence in classroom before one can learn. Today, education has been made easy, just like ABCD, with the use of internet, with information technology, online resources, article research materials, and online academic programs. In some institutions, such as National Opening University, which is gained without physical presence. Degree program very online. Learning from portable file, document, PDF, are all made possible. All thanks to information technology. Mr. Chairman, sir, how much knowledge one can gain from the Great Ovade Student Union? How knowledge they can use of internet as no bound. It is dependent on the individual as the internet is yours to explore. However, despite those numerous, quickly, easy, smart, and cheap ways of learning, we discover that the rate of learning is dwindling and dying down in our society. Using Ovade and Jesse Everest as a case study, the rate at which children who have never stepped their foot on any false words of learning is alarming today. The high rate of school dropout and of great concern to us. The high rate of teenage pregnancy left us speechless and dumbfounded. It is projecting how the prestigious Injere Grammar School was locked for more than a year, due to activities of movements. The act of all those who led to the closure of the school in highly condemnable in the strongest terms. At this junction, it is important to point out that the widespread cancerous epidemic disease of the getting rich syndrome, popular known as Yahoo, all Yahooism, I must hammer, hustling, street work, gangman work, pressing, and G work, and cultism has to a large extent destroyed and still destroying our youth parents and the society as a whole. The invention of titles which are called Yahoo and cultism has done more harm than good in my own opinion, which I am entitled to at the early birth of Yahoo in Nigeria. Some people ignorantly gave credence to it and supported those perpetuating this damning act on the force of erroneous theory that we are paying the white man back what they did to our forefathers. But little did we knew that we are treading the path of doom. Today, know that Yahoo has helped us in some respect, which to my mind and all but transient. The evil Yahoo has caused us as a people has no bound. The high rate of killing, cultism, stealing, ritual killing, raping of women and girls, and in addition to drugs, thought may be existed before now, but it has been given both by Yahoo activities. Some of teachers and lecturers have not left out of the dwindling education system in our society, and some of our teachers prefer to stay at home, or better still engage in others' business ventures that will fetch them more and quick money than performing their primary and core duty of teaching and lecturing the pupils and students respectively. Though the government has in the course of my speech received their fair share of the blame for our dividing education system. Please permit me to quickly add that most of our primary school, college of education, polytechnic and university structures are good as uncompleted buildings. There is highly inadequate teachers and lecturers cannot impart knowledge in their students and pupils. Furthermore, some of our classrooms have no chairs, blackboard or whiteboard, or even the ones we have are not enough. To add insult to injuries, the environment is not conducive for learning. The above impediments in our educational system enumerated above can be best exemplified using Ovade Primary School and Injere Grammar School as a case study. Great Ovade Student Union, great unmovable Ovade Student Union, great unmovable Ovade Student Union, great unstoppable Ovade Student Union. Mr. Chairman, are the little structures erected by the government and private individuals for learning and comfort are being vandalized by some of our parents' old loves. Those are enemies of education, all in the name of government properties. That is, government property is nobody property. Using Injere Grammar School as a case study. We all indulge in those barbarous act to desist from so doing. Mr. Chairman, sir, ladies and gentlemen, the above deadly impediment can be eradicated and annihilated, if not completely, but it is balanced minimum with a combined effort of everybody present or absent today. According to E.O. Asian Esquire, I quote, that everyone is doing good, that everyone is doing what is good.